Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. It is September, the year of our Lord 2024, or September, the year of our Lord Donald J. Trumpy, baby. Woo! Anyway, it's been a fun weekend. I worked at H2O Wrestling. I have to say, I've never been involved in a circus match before. Hey, Paul, what was it called? A circus death match? But bro, whatever happened after that circus was insane. It was a really cool night. This is a very casual Jasmine, you know, a very cool Jasmine Monday. Paul, what are you up to? I'm sure everything's going well with you these days. And, I saw you at the show. It was great seeing you. Everyone else, make sure to subscribe. Hey, Scott, make sure to subscribe to my page. I have some very interesting guests over the next few weeks. Ooh, I can't say who. But yeah, subscribe to the page, watch the videos, look at the restreams. I had a blast with you guys last week. And, if you don't have anyone else to hang out with on a Monday, you've got me. I mean, even if it's just us or whatever else. So, I don't know. Hey, Hellstrom, how are you? Hi, Ian, how are you? I'm getting ready to go to Bleeding Gums in Scotland this weekend on Saturday for a double death day, which means 2 shows, 1 day. So it's going to be a very, very long day. And I don't know, work and yoga. I don't know. I went to the gym as usual because I love going to the gym, even in this freaking hot weather. How is it by everyone? Hey, Dan, how are you? Hope you're well. Okay, Dom, I don't know where you are in the UK, but I will be at the Bleeding Gum show this Saturday, which I'm really excited to it. I'm just dealing with a text message right now. Don't let her. There's some psycho people out there, and you can't just let people drag you down because people's mindsets is what it's all about at the end of the day. 66 in Tennessee, bro. Oh my God. Woo. It is over 100 degrees. And I'm getting ready to go into 60 something degree weather, which I don't know if I'm excited about it because I love hot weather. Okay. And I just know that even when it was chilly in Scotland the last time I was there, I was just happy still because of the ambience, the people, and the really cool things, the hajis, all that stuff. I don't know if anyone's ever had a haji before, but I heard it's a mixture of every type of meat. It was great seeing you on Saturday, Paul. Yeah, that H2O show was something else. And I really enjoyed everyone there. Like Matt Tremont has a very good thing going on. He has his shows could be caught on IWTV. So make sure you go to IWTV, subscribe on there, watch the shows. You got to support independent wrestling because it's actually a lot better than a lot of the mainstream stuff that's going on right now. Much more interesting talent and everything. So I don't know. I mean, that's where it's at for me. The show next week, the week after I'm on is a deathmatch tournament that Necro Butcher and Pondo will be at in Denver, Colorado, called Slave to the Deathmatch, which is on Triller TV. I'm being very picky about the bookings I take. Then I'm going to Horror Slam in Michigan, which I'm excited for because I have never, ever had a Faygo hot dog in my life. I don't know if any of y'all have had Faygo before, but I'm wondering, is it going to make me jump off the wall? Is it going to make me loopy? Like I'm not already loopy. Yeah, I'm just curious to know. Thank you, Paul, for catching the footage. Hellstrom, how's Tennessee doing right now? I want to know. I want to know how everyone's doing. It's it's coming up an election, and I will be sticking around to work at the polls this time. Hey, Jamal, how are you? Happy Monday, Jamal. Jamal, how's everything with you? And how hot is it or how cold is it where you are? I'm getting these different degree readings everywhere. 66 is cold for me, guys. I'm just saying. Even though I could sit and sweat, I get like 66 is a bit too chilly for me. I can't do it. Yeah. So Jamal, what's the weather by you? Because I want to know. Now I'm like curious. Uh, you know, it's it's over 100 here. I'm looking at the weather, which is fine by me, but I want to be by a beach right now. Monsters in the Mountain Festival, which sounds like fun. 69 by Paul Corbin. I've literally, how did that happen? Is there like a ghost in here or something? Spirit be gone. You don't belong here anymore. Okay, so there are no ghosts in here. I just get freaked out sometimes. I don't know why. But it's warm by you, Ian. You're in Australia. Who else? Anyone else here in Scotland or anything? Because Scotland has different weather than London and south of France. Sure as hell different weather than Los Angeles because it is fucking 200 degrees there. I'm pretty sure right now. I've heard nothing but bad things about the weather there, and it's not like you want to go to the beaches in LA. Um, you know, and it's just the beaches in LA. Let's talk about that, folks. The beaches in LA. I would never go to a beach in LA. You don't know what kind of condoms, you don't know what kind of needles and crap shows up on the beach. And this Gascon that they have like a serial killer lurking around Santa Monica. They cannot find. And it's just interesting. You know, the mayor there is a joke. What is it, Mayor Brock? These people are Mino, Mino, moderate in name only. And Jamal, where are you? We're at 73. That sounds like it might be about 90 during the daytime, right, Jamal? 73 at night. I could do 73 at night, but it's got to be at least 80 or 82 during the daytime. So yeah, we're going to be reviewing a deathmatch show that I was working on Saturday because it's fun and I love it. It's kind of weird being involved with deathmatch wrestling again, but you know, it's fun because I've met some really great friends. But the hard part of it is, you know, the loss that you go through. And see, Paul, of course, he already subscribed to Triller to watch Primos live. And I'll be at all three shows as far as I know. Those deathmatch tournaments are long days. Don't kid yourself. It's bloody. It's violent. I don't know how many female managers I could think of in deathmatch wrestling today. I know there's myself. I know that there's a girl named Giggles, who's a clown that works with JD Horror, who's been on the show before. I'm talking females. And I think we're like the only two that do this. It's a very special type of person to be in this business and do that, you know? I'm just seeing where my guest is because we do have a special guest today. We're just dealing with some ridiculousness. I am just a certain specific person. But anyway, yeah. So moving right along. Yes, I know. It's too hot. It's like you can't keep an AC on in here because if you have an AC, it's going to blow the electric fuse. So, you know, with that said, I don't know how many of you people actually cook in freaking heat like this, but I am not putting on a damn stove in any heat. I find it extremely hard to eat when it is this hot. I can understand a salad. I can understand a colonic drink. I can understand a spritz or a coffee or something. And that's the way to do it, you know? I do want to say I'm very grateful for my fans for all these years and your undying support and coming back here and visiting me. So always on a Monday, if you've got nobody else to hang with, there's always me. And I'm here, you know, whether it's me by myself or I have a special guest, an unannounced guest, and so forth. Since my last chat with Vic Legina, who came onto the show, I'm just wondering about Pornhub. I was watching a news program today, and there was a woman on there who proudly shut down back pages, which is a problem for me because I get it, there's sex trafficking on there, but I feel bad for the girls that go on there, you know, for to earn their living. You know, you know, obviously I'm a strong supporter of prostitution being legal as long as it's, you know, somehow monitored. That means testing. That means making sure nobody is being sex trafficked. I met Raquel Darien in the 90s. She was very nice, very pretty woman. I'm trying to get a hold of her now to get her on the show. I just had Mickey Lynn on the show, and I'm speaking to a few others of the women that everyone likes from the 90s. I hope Heather Hunter could come on. I know she just had a baby recently. Raquel Darien was very special, a very pretty, demure woman, and she had a suitcase pimp for a husband. And we all know what a suitcase pimp is and what my thoughts are on suitcase pimps. Absolutely. So those are my interactions with her. I was at CES signing, and she was at another table signing, and we were just chit chatting about clubs that we were featuring at. Gone are the days where things were fun like that. I was watching the Pete Rose documentary on Amazon. Can you believe some idiot, some girl who I don't think any of you would even consider on your worst night, complained because he called her babe once? Bitch, you're lucky anyone called you babe. So tell me what that's about. Women complain about the stupidest things when men compliment them. I do my share of complaining too. But that bitch with the pancake ass and butterface or pancake face, you're complaining that Pete Rose called you babe from 2 years prior. You have nothing else relevant going on in your pathetic life. She's probably the kind of girl that would stand there in their underwear, waving a handgun outside of his front lawn, being an attention-seeking weirdo. And there's so many attention-seeking weirdos. Yeah, it's been a wild weekend. But anyway, I have my friend I wanted to bring on. It's a man. He has like the best hair in pro wrestling. And we're going to go through that H2O replay, the abbreviated version of it, because I'm still saying that circus death match really did it for me. And, one of the guys had a flap of his skin hanging out. Then after the second match, there was a wedding proposal. Wouldn't it suck if you proposed to someone in the middle of a wrestling ring and they said no? I don't know. Hey, Joe, how are you?
How are you
From
doing?
the Wrestle Quarter One podcast. Woo!
How are you? Hi, America.
Yeah, it's good. Oh my God, it's fucking hot.
Yeah. Well, see, we're getting a break in weather here.
Everyone says hi. But
Hello.
Okay. H2O, man.
Hustle Mania. Awesome.
Yeah, but I've never been to a circus death match till that night.
Dude, that was a crazy setup. You had the barbed wire literally across the top rope, so people couldn't stand. So they had to literally crawl to start the match. Then they worked outside. And yes, do I have problems with Chando outside of H2O? Sure, but him and Stretch put on a great performance.
Well, you're never going to wrestle Chando. If you do, it'll have to be in a barbed wire match. Chando, his hair has to get cut. Okay, but what's funny is he didn't have as many cuts and bruises on him as Alex Stretch. Let's talk about that.
Dude, Stretch. Yo, and how nuts is this? So Stretch had that big chunk taken out, went to the hospital, got fixed up, and then he was at the concert with me last night.
Oh, that's who was with you at the concert holding hands? Oh my God.
Yo.
It was crazy because right after that match, when he was done, okay, no, go ahead. That's a good way to start off a show. Like Max Tremont is a genius booker in that respect. That is how you start off a show like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you said, then, Stretch wound up getting the win after throwing Chando off the scaffold and then diving onto him with the tube strapped to him. That was an awesome ending. Then the next match was Cecilio Vega and Sean Smith.
Shannon was there inside with them. We were talking about deathmatch wrestling managers. She's the third person I know that's a deathmatch manager. Are there other ones I don't know of that are female?
Not really. I mean, but she also wrestles, so.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah,
but she does come out with them.
It's a faction.
But you got like I said, you had Cecilio Vega with the hybrid title against Sean Smith. Vega wound up keeping it. Then you had that five-way match.
No. Let's go back to that match to Vega. Okay?
All right.
Now, after this match, so Shannon was out there with them, and Shannon is I
love you, but your timeline's messed up.
It was the second match, bro.
No, the second match was the hybrid match. Then was the third. Then the match was the five-way.
Yo, ask him for a friend, man. I'm going on my Instagram to see right now.
Come on. You don't trust my brain? Don't look at me like that.
It depends how many drugs you did the night before. It's not
I
up.
didn't.
Okay,
I
so the
didn't.
second match was a hybrid. Was a hybrid match. You're right, because he was still in the back. Alex Struts was still in the back,
Yeah.
bandaged up, and he was supposed to go to the hospital, guys. But that hybrid match, that was pretty solid, right? I would say it was a solid match.
Yeah, no, it was good. I listen, H2O puts on good regular matches just as good as they do death matches. That was a good one. Sean Smith's a high flyer. He's going places, and Vega's a good champ right now.
Legit, he's going places with that high flying crap, right?
Right? Flying all over the place, that kid.
Literally. And then the third match was the significant one.
Was what?
The significant one.
Yeah, the five. Yeah, that's the 5-way. And you had Patrick's, Lady Blakely, Mouse. Who else? Anthrax, and one more. Who am I forgetting? I'm going to hit myself for forgetting.
Paul to the rescue.
JB Anderson.
Yeah, JB Anderson was in that. And that was a nice match. That was like it was a piece of cluster at first, but like it really ended up being a solid match.
Yeah. And always a pleasure to see Dale Patrick's at H2O. And, in a pretty, not an upset, but a kind of surprise, Lady Blakely pulls out the win, and then she becomes a fiance.
Tell me about that. Like, that was great because now I had no idea Alex Stretch was dating Lady Blakely, right?
Oh, well, yeah, they've been together a while. In fact, I think since I've known them.
Okay, well, yeah, it's about fucking time to get off his ass. So this guy is in the hospital. He legit has a flap of skin hanging.
Yep.
He's like, just wait for me. And he went in there and he proposed to her in the ring after he's all cut up and bleeding. Now imagine if he said no, how that would have been.
That would have been horrible. Stretch don't deserve that, though. He's a good dude.
Yeah, especially after all that, like hanging around while he's supposed to be in the hospital.
Yeah.
And, one of my favorite things of this night was the cage match. And it was a sturdy cage, by the way. But, I like the presidents.
They're a fun group. They're fun to mess with.
Yeah, I mean, you had Trumpy Baby. You had Reagan. I mean, those are obviously my favorite, too.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so what? I'm a right-wing fucking nutjob. Better be that.
That's what makes it fun.
For me being a right-wing nutjob?
Yeah.
Yeah, better than being a nutjob. But, so, yeah, the 5-way. I liked it. I think it was perfect execution. And, I was disappointed they didn't wear the masks to the ring, or throughout it.
They would have died. That would have been so hot if they left the mask on. It would have been cool, though.
You could wear it out to the beginning for the first 10 minutes of the match or 5 minutes and rip it off and throw it into the crowd. It's a good keepsake, right?
Yeah, that would be cool, yeah.
But it worked out.
Dude. And, the presidents, they got swept out of that match by Tremont, the Kirks, and the Bastards.
The Kirks. Brandon Kirk?
Yeah, Brandon and Casey were on the team, and so was Declan and Jess.
Wait, is Casey with Brandon Kirk or something?
They're married.
I don't know about these fucking relationships, bro. I have no.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, they're married.
What the fuck is married like shit? Good for them,
right?
Though. She's pretty. Yeah, she's very pretty. But yeah, so going back to that 5-way. So, Shannon for the win.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
She gets proposed to, which was fucking awesome.
After she wins, you have a victory, then you get proposed to by some guy bleeding,
Yeah.
Did anyone ever propose to you, or did you ever propose to anyone, and what did they say?
I never did, no. Oh. No, I never did.
Would you have a Cracker Jack or a ring from a fucking gumball machine, bro?
No, actually, I would just, stick my asshole on their finger.
Anyway, yes.
That's how you marry someone.
No, it's not. I always proposed to me once, but he got he had a ring out of a gumball machine as a placeholder. He's going to get me a ring the next week. He brought me a ring. It was a CZ ring of 2 of his zirconia. I smacked him in the face and told him to fuck him. I mean, you don't go up to a woman with a CZ ring. I'm sorry,
No.
you just do that. That's like six white trash.
No, you better off just going without one.
No,
I'm just saying, if you're going to go CZ, you might as well go none and just not do it.
that's the answer.
Yeah,
Until you have $1 million.
$1 million. This one.
Well, some guy told me he was a thousandaire. It was Drake Younger. What the
Nah,
fuck is a thousandaire? What is a thousandaire? Please tell me.
thousandaire is when you just have thousands, not millions.
Like hundreds of thousands or like a
I
few
don't
thousand?
know. No, that's what makes it so broad. Who knows? Could be 2,000. Could be 25.
What's Drake doing right now?
I don't know, sleeping? I don't fucking know. You trying to find them?
I'm fucking messaging him.
That's terrible. Poor Drake.
Why?
Huh? I don't know. He's probably relaxing, maybe watching Raw or some shit.
I don't give a fuck.
Of course you don't.
Dude, it's me. I do whatever the hell I want to.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, just asked. I know it's his birthday. Okay. Or it's his birthday on the 10th. All right. So wrap a piece of licorice. You know, no one's wrapping licorice around anyone's finger, okay? We don't do that. Thank you.
That's a wild one.
Well, I like licorice from Scandinavia because it's got like what we did. So my ex there was the Hell's Angel. He still is. He's just in jail or something. I gotta check on him. But so he had Turkish bites, and that's black licorice, but it's really extra like amaretto tasting. And they put it in vodka overnight, then pull it out the next day. Not his cock, by the way, but and that's what they serve as punch.
All right.
It's super strong.
I believe it.
So now we got to try. Like I think we got to try that as a cocktail. So
Yeah,
anyway,
we should.
so
Yeah, next time you're in town, we're gonna make some.
we have to. It's like, what's the worst that can happen? Okay, what's the next match after that 5-way, and which is really good. And I like seeing Lady. What's her work name? Because I just don't remember her real name.
Lady Blakely?
Yeah, I like seeing Lady Blakely wrestle. I mean, this goes back to what I say. Wrestlers should know how to work. Managers should know how to work. And I don't know if that's what she signed up for in the first place.
Yeah.
You know? I think she's one of Tremon's students.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they're trained very well, and they know how to work, and they know psychology. And
Yeah.
I hope I get the chance to work with her again in that capacity. Next matchup on the card.
I think it wasn't it was it Neil and Bam Sullivan?
Bam Sullivan, yep.
Yeah, Neil and Bam Sullivan for the Danny Havoc Hardcore title.
That was kind of an interesting match. No, wait, it was the dropouts versus Leroy Robinson and TJ Reno.
Oh wait, yeah, that was that. Yeah, I'm sorry.
That was a decent match. That was pretty solid all around, but I prefer, like, for some reason I'm still obsessed with the first match.
Yeah, no, and then like I said, and then you had, like I said, the Danny Havoc match with Neil and Bam was good, and then you had, of course, you and Pondo versus Louie.
Yeah, I like the dropouts with Leroy and TJ. Like, that was actually pretty cool. I remember watching it. You know, it's like, it's a scary time when you go to these shows because, you know, I was expecting more light tubes in our match.
Yeah.
There weren't any light tubes, and I brought that splinter out thing specifically for my hands because I always get splinters in my hands. I didn't need to use it, but when he threw that thing on him, that board or that aluminum can, and it went flying in the audience, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get hit tonight with something.
It happens. We definitely get hit there.
But that baseball bat with the firecracker was a great way to start the show. It was a great way to start the match with that wire.
Yeah, nah. And like I said, dude, too, I love wrestling, so I kind of love the way that match ended. Dale Patrick's coming in, you know, setting up future stuff, man. I like it.
Yeah, Dale's a solid worker. And he's
oh, my God, yeah.
He looks like Jughead a little bit from Archie.
Yeah, a little bit.
Does. I told him that. He didn't get mad. But it's amazing. Like, people go, I don't think a lot of people understand what these guys put their bodies through. And to have a dangling piece of flesh like Alex Stretch did.
Yeah, no, that's rough.
I didn't bring my stitches with me. I would have helped stitch them up because I have those zip tie stitches. You need like 10 for something that big. I don't know if they had enough. But at least they have healthcare there. They have the two I don't know if they're nurses, but the two girls in the back that do all the nursing stuff.
Right.
It's really important, I think, in this business. So which one of those matches stood out to you the most?
I mean, so far out of those was still the first one. I mean, you can't even top that one.
How long did that cleanup take? I forget.
They're pretty efficient, man. It was only like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Paul. Paul liked my dress on Saturday.
We all did.
Really? I could barely stay in that dress. I had to glue myself in. So, like, when I took the dress off, it looked like there was jizz all over the boob part. Not that I had that. I don't have any fun this weekend, though, like that. So, God, that's the last thing I'm thinking about. I want to wear the white dress like that to the deathmatch tournament at Primos and then sell it after.
Nice.
It'll be filled up with blood and sweat, like legitimately.
Yeah, that would be good.
Which I'm excited about. Okay, so let's move on to the match. So we had the tag match. What was after the tag match?
What's that?
What was after the tag match?
Like I said, now I'm pretty sure after that tag match was the Danny Havoc match.
Danny Havoc, and he's another one. Like, he's another player that you see going around town and going places. Like, he's another good worker that I think. I don't know.
Well, with Neil and Bam, yeah.
Those three are something else.
Yeah.
I really like the match. Then it was Pondo versus Louis.
Yep.
That was our match, which was fun. I liked it. It was fun doing that match. I like beating people up.
Yeah, I love you chasing little Louis. That was funny.
I didn't want to hit him because I gave it to him really hard the last time.
That's all right.
I let him have a free pass this time. I don't know. Like, some guys say they get turned on by that shit, but I don't know, man. It's like I squeeze you in your butt. And I never had the chance. I think there are a few people I still want to cane in my life. One is PCO. One is Rhino.
Yeah.
Seriously. I want to work on like ICW or JCW, Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
And bring the madness of the cane there. Who else? I'd like to cane Sandman.
Yeah, there you go.
He thinks I'm crazy with that. I would cane any of those guys, but I still have PCO on my wish list to cane. Yeah, I did say fuck you, Joe Beisler, when I was on camera with you and your crown of thorns.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was good. That was a fun match. And then after our match was what? There was one more, and then the Cage of Hell.
Yeah. Wait, what was the other match?
Paul Corbin. What was the match after Pondo versus Louis? He'll let us know in a second. You wouldn't believe what I'm drinking if I told you.
Try me.
Take 3 guesses.
No.
Take 3 fucking guesses.
Boba tea.
No. No, I feel fat after this weekend, so I'm drinking a Miralax. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
It was, yeah, later on, no big deal. So it was a match with Neil. Well, I do very unhealthy things like that. I look fat. Some guy said I was a size 0, which I thought was insulting. So it was Neil versus Bam. That was the match. You look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, you are. A little bit.
Not as crazy as some people. Okay, so it was Neil versus Bam. I like Bam. Like, I've never really seen Bam work before until then.
Oh, all right. Yeah, no, Bam's good. He was a Danny Havoc champion twice, so he's good. But Neil's got that belt now, and he's been defending it well.
I think I'm supposed to work with him because on one of these shows, it's like we make our ways around, Yeah. And I wonder, like, do you think what we're doing now is the new bigger draw than actual mainstream wrestling death matches?
Who said that?
Shirt, bro.
Who?
Is that a Schlack t-shirt?
No, it's a Muffin Club t-shirt.
You got to wear a Schlack t-shirt. Schlack shirts are the best. I still have to get a Schlack shirt, but anyway, yeah, I don't know. Do you think deathmatch wrestling is where we're headed to? Is that like the hotter thing you feel like right now?
I mean, amongst the indie scene, yeah, everybody's loving it.
Well, AEW.
There is a lot of shit coming up if you think about it, man. We are stacked. You got the Primos tournament. You got RPW having killer deathmatch shows. You have H2O having deathmatch shows. NGI is going to be in Orlando. Everything.
Rise is
you got Rise coming over for a 3-day weekend. You got 7 coming to H2O. I mean, it's crazy. We got everything coming up.
Well, 7 guys is formerly Circle 6. So you have like Masada on that show. You got Slack. Larry Legend just joined the team there.
Yeah. Then you got Homicide versus Masada for the first time ever.
That's the big deal.
Yeah, and Slack and Tanaka is going to be wild too.
That's the second big deal. They're both right up there in big deals.
Yeah.
To watch it. But I think that's a pretty solid company. I don't know if I'm saying this like speaking out of my ass, but I see them being like the next PCW.
I mean, you would hope it's something like that. Sure.
Because Mike's really super smart and he has a good roster now. Where are their shows anyway if you want to catch up with 7?
Most of their shows are on YouTube. You can watch them.
They don't go on to Fight or anything like that? Or
Not
shows?
yet. No.
What's their subscriber count on YouTube? Hey, Paul, could you look up Circle 6 on YouTube and just get back to us with the circle with the
Well, it's 7 now. They're split from Circle 6.
So SVN, Paul, just if you could look it up and just let us know what the subscribership is. All right. So that was Neil versus Bam, and then the next match was
the cage match.
So that was a Cage of Hell 2 match, and I have to say, okay, the way that cage was set up, especially with indie shows, you don't know what to expect with a cage, right?
Yeah.
So
and the way they set it up is crazy looking.
What, you think someone's going to fall off the cage or something?
Yeah, I mean, you get that feeling, yeah.
If you walk up on it, probably with your fucking fat ass. But,
oh, fuck you, motherfucker.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it's possible. Like, things happen in cage matches. Have you ever seen a cage match, like, incident or an accident ever?
Actually, no. Not live, no.
It's all about the ring crew that people use. And
yeah.
Primo has a very solid ring crew. It's the perfect place to run a show. It wasn't that hot. I was actually complaining it was too cold in the dressing room. He's got 3,000.84 subscribers. Is that what it is called? All right. So yeah, I mean, companies like that would benefit from like Triller, Fight TV. I know Fight pays peanuts, but it's still a good thing because they have a good product. It's a hot product. Their live shows do well. I noticed.
Yeah.
So wait, Paul, is it 3,084 subscribers, or is it 300,000? Hey, Welsh Republic. So is it 3,000 subscribers? Is what we're saying? I'm just asking him because I'm just trying to figure this out. Anyway, tell us about Wrestle Death 101 and who some of the guests are that you've had on there lately.
Oh well, yeah. Wrestle Death 101 is me and my man Richie Maloney, and now we've included John Hammer of the Bocce Boys on every week.
Okay.
Recently, what's that?
Okay.
Yeah, man. He's a good dude. He made my crown of thorns. But yeah, no, we've been talking everything wrestling, everything even after besides wrestling, but. Yeah, we had Justin and Hardcore on the week before the X Brand show. Hardcore the wrestler.
No, he was on the show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And we've had Pinky before, we've had you, we've had Tremont. We're in the process of definitely getting more people. I already talked to Slack. He was busy one day. I get in touch with him again. Wrestle, and we got a lot of shit coming up too. So stay tuned for that.
So wait, someone's saying
things I can't talk about yet, but you'll hear soon.
I'm scared. The new fad. So
new fad.
You think it's gonna fade, Paul? Like, why are you calling deathmatch wrestling the new fad? It's it's like when you say, I want one of those. It's like when you say kids mutilating their genitals is a trend of fad. That's a fad. That's a dangerous fad, though. That's different, Like, these people are fucking sick in the head, bro. I mean, I don't get political, but yeah, we are heading towards an election time. They're going to
No,
be
we are.
voting in the Carolinas. Like, what for? Oh, going into mainstream wrestling. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but the thing is, mainstream wrestling can't do hardcore the way, like the death match, the way we do.
No.
But being that I'm probably like one of the only female death match wrestling managers, I have faith in everything. Maybe I'll end up at like Impact or AEW or something, whatever the new bigger thing is out there, because I think we're going that way. And there are a lot of girls that are afraid to be around all that stuff. But no, what I was saying was, it's just why I don't get like what this early voting is, right? So I'm actually working at the polls this year in California.
All right.
I mean, I did it before, and I was chased. I wasn't really chased out. I was just told not to come back because I reported a ballot box being open in the street. Then I cursed some guy off who didn't want to give me his mail-in ballot that he had, but he still voted. And I snitched out one of the guys working there who gave someone without ID an actual ballot, not a provisional ballot, a fucking ballot. You know, you need ID to get a drink at a bar. You need ID to drive a car. You need ID to get a gun. Well, not always, but so why don't you need ID to vote? Just anyone.
No, you should. You definitely should.
Start there.
What's that?
When does voting start in Pennsylvania?
I have no idea. I just know the day to vote.
And that's the thing, guys. Like, everyone, I encourage you to go out there and vote in person. Okay?
Yeah, mine's literally right around the corner, like not even a half a block away. So
I'm gonna wear a Trump shirt the day I go to vote.
yeah.
Fucking Trump t-shirt. I'm wearing a Trump baseball hat. I'm wearing my Trump sneakers to vote. That is what I am doing.
Trumpy baby, she's going to say all day.
Yeah, Trumpy baby. Trumpy baby. See, Trumpy baby.
That is fantastic.
Now, Trump's like the only saving the USA, and I know that sounds horrible, but you get Kamala Harris. I mean, y'all gonna thank a union worker. When was the last time y'all thanked a union worker? What else y'all get? What was it? When was the last time y'all? What was it? When was the last time y'all got paid by a union worker? When's the last time y'all got sick pay from a union worker? Then moments later, you have to thank union workers for sick pay.
Oh, Jesus.
How many accents can this bitch do, bro?
Oh, no.
What? The accent? You say that bad?
No, that was good. That was funny.
Y'all got to thank
I get it. I just politics are just wild.
I love it. You know, she's not even African American. It's an insult to the African Americans, to those people, you know, to the African American people out there, you know. But I like doing her accent. I'm gonna start doing that. Y'all gonna thank a union boss for your sick pay. Y'all gonna thank.
Jesus Christ! I can see the Klan hood already.
You can see me doing what?
I can see the Klan hood already.
What are you talking about?
I'm only fucking with you.
No, I'm gonna do it. I don't give a shit. What are people gonna say to me? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna start talking like Kamala Harris from this moment on. Y'all gonna thank Trumpy baby for a better economy. No, I don't know. My policies are no tips on server, no tips on cash, no taxes on cash chips. Like, yeah, you got that from Trump, you fucking asshole. Yeah, but I mean, it's just such a weird time now, and that's why I said, like, when they had the presidents versus head of the state versus Team H2O, of course I'm going to vote on head of the state because you had Ronald and Trumpy.
Yeah, Ronald and Trumpy, and I signed their sign outside.
Oh, you signed? Oh yeah, well, yeah. I mean, normally I would say under normal circumstances in the H2O arena, it's like too hot for masks, but I thought it was perfectly fine that day. But when you go out to the ring, once I'm out there, then I feel the heat because it was packed. You know, there's places that draw 40 fucking people. Now, here's a question for you: where do you like? I don't know, these weapons, man. Like, I get steamed over gusset plates, right? What do you get over which weapon? And don't say gusset plates. You pound that stuff in your head.
Yeah, no, gusset plates. You know what I think is the worst weapon, honestly? Carpet strips. Carpet strips suck. I got hit with those at the first GCW 4th of July, and they hurt bad.
Where'd you get hit? On your ass?
on my back.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Did it leave a mark?
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever used a carpet strip in any of the matches.
Yeah, it left like a row of like 10 little fucking bumps from getting whacked with it.
Well, wait, the carpet strip as in like a strip of carpet in the back?
No, the red strips that the carpets get laid on.
Oh, that. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I think Mickey Knuckles got hit in the face with one of those with nails.
Yeah.
And like rule number one, you never hit anyone in the face with anything. Guys ask me to hit them in the head with the cane. I don't hit anyone in the head. I'll hit your shoulder or your hand or your back, but I'm not hitting your face. You know, even though I'm sure they like that, but I don't do that type of thing. That's like a vicious weapon. What else? What's the second one you don't want to see people get hit with?
Well, never bring back pigeon spikes. Did you ever see those?
Yeah, those are vicious.
Yeah, dude, I seen Marcus Crane get his lung punctured with one of those. Yeah, they might be worse than carpet strips now that I think about it, but carpet strips are still up there. Pigeon spike's probably the worst. And I was never down either. I'll be honest with you, if you want me to round off a top three, I was never down for any kind of animals. That shit might hurt really bad.
Whoa. What are you talking about, animals?
Like piranhas.
What are you talking about, bro?
There has been piranha death matches where people get thrown into a tank of piranhas.
Where?
Wrestling Society X, FMW.
Well, you had wrestlers in a piranha tank without their shirts and just the trunks and the.
Yeah, they would get thrown in the goddamn thing, in the goddamn piranha tank. You know who got thrown into a piranha tank once? Chaos from XPW.
Hey, Nick. Yeah, of course he's stoned. Joe's always stoned. What are you talking about?
It doesn't affect anything.
No. What about Big Japan? Guys, if anyone has a link to this piranha tank match, could you please drop it in the chat? Paul, if you could look up piranha tank match.
Yeah.
How this works. How do you
You push a person into a tank full of piranhas.
How?
What do you mean how? There's a tank on the floor, it's open, and the guy's out on the ring, and you push him into the motherfucker, and the piranhas just go at him. Not fun, but it has happened multiple times.
But what does someone's body look like? Here it is, piranha tank match, pro wrestling fandom. Let's look if there's this video of this shit. Hold on. Guys, I'm having a hard time believing this. Like, here we go. Piranhas. Here it is. Red belly piranha care. Oh, I don't want to see that. Okay. Actually, this is piranha versus wrestlers. What the hell? Like, what is wrong with people? Are people fucking crazy? Hold on. Here we go. Like, I'm getting this thing in YouTube right now. I'm going to see if we could actually put it into the chat and then play it. Hold on a second.
Piranhas. I love it.
No, you can't, like, here it is. It won't go. Okay, I have to download the video, but here we go. I'm going to look at this video. But guys, there's a link to a piranha tank match.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's photos, but I just think that it's insane. I've never seen that. I think that's what we have to do next is get a piranha match going.
Yeah, let's do it.
How long do those matches last?
Oh, I mean, you're not in the piranha tank the whole match. You get pushed into it. You got to try to get out of it.
You get pushed into the tank from how far up?
From the ring. Like I said, like the tank would be outside, right? And then from the ring apron to the floor, not that far, but you would fall into a tank full of piranhas. So, the fall doesn't mean shit. The piranhas do.
Piranhas are better than having Vince McMahon take a shit on your head.
Well, of course.
Yeah, I think that's probably like the most painful thing. I've never been bit by a piranha.
Right? I'm trying to keep it that way.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to do any of those anytime soon. I've already been cut up by glass before. If Chaos came around today, he'd be a star easily. Yeah, that's true. I think like the old XPW had some amazing stars. Like Kid Chaos was definitely one of them. I don't know really who else I thought was Damian Steele, the real deal. He was vintage XPW, and he was their first heavyweight champ, who was another one. While we're here, about that XPW show, did anyone see the XPW show this weekend?
10 people.
Well, I heard there was a comedy set from Earl Skakel, who was actually a guest on my show before. So Earl is related to Tommy Skakel, who murdered that girl allegedly. They're related to the Kennedys. So the Martha Moxley murder, if you look it up, murder in Greenwich. So he allegedly, Tommy Skakel murdered this poor girl after a party. And Earl Skakel is his cousin.
Really?
Yeah, he's a comic. He also has a podcast. I forgot. Oh, Dirty Earl podcast. Oh, what is this? There are only 70 people. Yeah, but how many paid, Paul? And it was in a big, beautiful theater, by the way. I think like
that was 70 people. That didn't look like 70 people.
That looked more like 60 or 50. But it seems like there's a lot of bad drama going on there. But anyway, yeah. So I'm glad that everything went down the way it did at H2O. Next weekend it's double death. It's 2 shows in one day. So I know my Sunday is going to be spent just relaxing in my hotel.
Hey, you get to see Tremont, Bateman, Tracy.
Yeah, Casey, she's so pretty. Like, I want to get her brain one day. I wonder if she does podcasts because she's actually a really cute girl.
No, Casey's awesome. Definitely.
Yeah.
That's somebody I would like to get both of them on at the same time.
Yeah, that'd be a good find, actually. That'd be a really good find.
Yeah.
I'd like to get Messiah on. If he was around today, he'd be a 10-time WWE champion. Yeah. Here's the thing, guys. Here's something nobody knows, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to just spill it for once. They got us, they have to stop talking about his thumb and making jokes about his thumb at live shows. That's all I'll say. Because cases could be reopened. You get what I'm saying? You got your thumbs.
It's all good.
It's like Wayne's World all over again, So what do you have coming up? Because I know that you do your ring announcing as well. I know you have X Brand coming up October 11th. What else?
Yeah. So as of right now, I got this weekend we're going to do. There's a UWF is kind of the backyard, like how POR is in Virginia, UWF is in Philly. They're having their big tournament this week, and a lot of guys from POR and H2O are in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Little Louie Jr.'s in it, Brax is in it, JB Anderson's in it, Hardcore. Sinister and JC Extreme from POR are in it. It's going to be pretty wild. I'm looking forward to that. JJ's not in it. No, JJ's got Horror Slam.
What, on the 11th?
No, the 13th, this Friday.
That's like the only show, but that's just the big show. Like, I like doing the bigger shows like that mean something. Plus, Rachel seems really cool. And they've got a really big show, Horror Slam, October 11th.
They're doing the show on Friday the 13th.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that's a creepy time to do a show now, isn't it?
Yeah. And, but then the week after that, on September 21st, is Tournament of Death. And I get to, very, very proudly say I get to do commentary for, one of the most prestigious deathmatch tournaments in the country. So I'm very excited about that.
How'd you get that gig? Who'd you blow?
I just talked to Shannon. I talked to DJ and, worked it out. And they know I know what the hell I'm talking about. So why not?
Well, you had to deal with Shannon?
What's that?
You dealt with Shannon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, she's a good shit. She's all right.
So your ultimate death match. I don't know. I just said it would be against PCO. What about you?
Love it. PCO was in my car 5 years ago. I have a picture on my memories on Facebook.
Why was he in your car? Were you selling them drugs or something?
No, my God, I'm not that bad, you fucking weirdo. No. So a lot of the times back in the day, when we were, starting off with the GCW and, it wasn't as big as it is now. I used to help out a lot and drive the wrestlers to the venues or pick them up from the airport for Brett. And, we would look out for each other. And the one day was, I had to pick up, the pilot. You met the pilot, Jeff, right?
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. It was the pilot, this dude, Jeremy, me, and PCO in my car driving around Chicago.
As long as y'all didn't get killed or shot at. Okay, so I think the ultimate match would have been PCO, but he didn't. He had a staph infection and couldn't work XPW that day, which is sad.
Yeah, that would have been good.
I think the only other person I'd want to like work with in the ring, well, obviously not wrestling, but we do Lindsay Snow. She has that. She has a manager as well. Sometimes it shows Isla Rose. Now, who would your dream death match be if you were,
right now today? Mm-hmm. A dream match that I want to see today. Let's see. What's a good one to think? It's happened before, but I've never seen it live. And right now, I would love to see full-blown Ricky Shane Page versus Masashi Takeda.
Ricky Shane Page is a good one. What happened to Eric Bryan, by the way? Like, where is he these days?
I don't know. The other 440 faction kidnapped him and have him tied up as a sex slave in their basement.
Where are you reading this?
I watched it.
Where?
It's on the 440 web, Facebook and Instagram. I don't know if the sex slave. I might be pushing that a little bit farther. But yeah, dude, he was chained up in their basement. I think they were doing sweet nothings to him.
That's really scary, and I feel bad for him if they're doing that to him. I'm going to call Child Protective Services.
Yeah, and it wasn't Alice Crawley either. It was everybody else.
Like, if it's her, that's fine. She's hot,
No, but it wasn't. It wasn't. She was in the other room.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, what a year so far in deathmatch wrestling, and then also, the whole Kings Road wrestling scandal with Mike. Not Mike Servino. I mean, he was a nice kid, but bro, I mean,
dude, nobody knew. Like I said, everybody can say after it happened, oh, well, he seemed a little off, but everybody that seemed a little off, he might have seemed a little off, but everybody was friends with him. I made the mistake. We all did, dude. We didn't know. How did we? You know what I mean? You don't know until you find out, sadly.
Well, the Rob Weinstein incident, LOL, I'll protect you 17.
Feinstein.
You don't remember that?
No, I know all about Feinstein. I would run him over with a fucking truck if I could. You forget I have a boy. It was definitely freaky when I seen that.
Yeah, I forgot you have a son. And just for the record, Visor is a good father, just in case anyone is wondering if there are problems with him differently. It's been a weird year so far. And this is the last place I thought wrestling was when I made my whole comeback. I'm headed to my next job. Last couple of hours in my 30s. What were you going to ask him? What's a thousandaire?
A thousandaire.
He's at a bus stop?
Where the fuck is he at a bus stop?
I don't know, but he's going to work.
Who takes the bus at 9:23?
Wait, what's your night job?
Oh my God, no.
He's at a bus stop.
Oh, well, maybe he's a tanning model. I don't know.
A what?
A tanning model.
A tanning model. Drake Worth is not a tanning model, okay? He's a middle-aged deathmatch wrestler who's about to turn 40. So I can guarantee you he's not a tanning model.
I don't know. That's my buddy. He can do what he wants. Except you. Oh!
Hey, comma. Joe Beisler said that he wants you to finger his asshole.
Oh my God! I said my wife.
I'm fucking with you. I'm telling you, joking. Okay, but yeah. So no, I guess he has a night job now, which is maybe he works at a strip club or something. But we got to find out what he means by a thousandaire one day, because that's a very important thing, like a piece of knowledge you all need to have in this world, right, guys? But, I do want to see the Messiah wrestle again. I do want to try to get him on the podcast. I would never ask him about the infamous thumb incident, because that's a case that could be possibly reopened. Here's what happens.
I doubt he would ever wrestle again, but he would definitely make appearances again. He did for CZW once.
Huh?
The last time I seen him was at a CZW show because they put him in the CZW Hall of Fame. And he did pop out for that because he lives on the West Coast, but he came out east for that. But yeah, I don't think he'll ever get in the ring again. Same thing with like Mondo. Mondo will never get in the ring again either.
Mondo's not getting in the ring anytime soon. That's like, I'm supposed to work with Congo Kong at Horse Slam, so I'm really excited. Did I say two fingers? Yeah, I'm going to try to get Messiah on. I'm not going to ask him about that night, but here's a bit of information for people. Usually, if you start threatening someone in a public forum, such as a podcast, okay, it's public knowledge, right?
Yeah, fucking right.
So more than likely, someone who gets threatened on a podcast went to the police because you don't know. When people come into a lot of money, you don't know what it is, and they can hire people to come after you. You don't know. But it's an open case is what I'll say. And if he keeps talking about chopping off thumbs and people's thumbs in a ring, it's not good because I will get back maybe to the police and get torn and put into the current case that's there, pending, and then reopen that case. And then bing, bang, boom, dots get connected.
Jesus.
You know what I mean?
You're very legal tonight.
I'm fucking always legal because it is election season. I'm going to be super legal, you know?
I hear you, yeah.
If I see any more of this transgender shit at schools, I'm not gonna vomit. No, I'm gonna shut the school down.
Do it. I want to see the Jasmin picket line.
Me with a picket line?
Yeah, like, hey, motherfuckers, keep yourself the same.
Hands off the kids. Hands off the kids. Hands off the kids.
Oh my God.
Well, you wouldn't join the picket line, bro?
I joined from afar and just like videotape it, but like laugh a lot.
You're boring. So Messiah did an ICB NHB 2 years ago in LA for an appearance. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
That's right. He did. I forgot about that. He did.
What are your thoughts on ICW coming back now?
Oh, I'm excited, man. Me and Danny, I've known Danny for a long time. And I trust his judgment. He had to take a little time off, get refreshed. Sometimes you do need to miss something. You know what I mean? To get that fire back. And, he took time off, recouped, got back in a better state of mind because he only had a few matches. He had some good matches, but only a few during this break. And, it looks like he's going to go at least 2 matches in the first, the 3-day weekend. And, I'm happy. I'm happy the way it's set up. The fact that we have a whole Rise show on Friday, ICW returns on Saturday, and then H2O versus the UK on Sunday. I mean, it's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, it's going to be a really great weekend. And I feel like, it took me 25 years to miss something and to go back to it, which is crazy. Wait, how long have I been doing this? 98.
26.
26 years?
Yeah.
2008, 2000. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, that's a long time to come back.
Yeah, I'm very good at math. I'm like Rain Man with that shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know that. But, so, yeah, I just think that, it's cool coming back to it and seeing what it is now and just seeing where it goes because it's good, And I think Marcus Mathers needs to dye his hair black and have a heel turn. That's what I think.
Yeah, I'd like that idea. I do. We're going to have to talk about this.
I know. We know a few people that would probably like it too. But, yeah, Drake is not answering us what 1,000 errors. He knows that we're making fun of him, so I'll back off of him now. They're not making fun of him anymore. You got to feel bad for people like that sometimes.
I'm telling you, 1,000 error. 1,000 error is somebody that has anywhere from $1,000 to $99,999. You just don't know where it lands. If you call yourself a thousandaire, right? You either have anywhere from $1,000 to $99,999. I mean $999,999. Because that's all in the thousands.
Yeah. Hey, do you think O.J. Simpson did it or it was his son?
Oh God, no, OJ did it for sure.
I think his son did it because he'd have the same DNA and the same drug size. Plus, I met OJ in the '90s and it was really cool.
I
Like, I don't
mean,
know. I want to look into that more.
if you watch The Naked Gun, he did try to assassinate the Queen. No, I'm just kidding. It was Reggie Jackson. It was Reggie Jackson. OJ was in that movie. I just had to fuck around.
A tattoo season coming up. I'm gonna get a Crazy Train tattoo in my top right. Thank you.
Hey, more Jasmine all over his body.
You're an asshole. But yeah. So that was a fun show this week, and that was a fun little recap. It was just good seeing your face and getting to bullshit with you. Plug away your podcast, please, and follow you on socials as well, please.
Yeah, no, you know, the podcast on YouTube is Wrestle Death 101. On Facebook, we're Wrestle Death Official. On Instagram, again, Wrestle Death 101. My name is Joe Beisler on Facebook and at Joe Beisler on Instagram. And believe me, you want to follow some of my antics? I try to make everybody laugh because why the fuck we going to be fucking sad in this goofy world? Let's laugh and have a good time.
And that's just message. So thanks so much for joining me before I sweat my ass off on this thing. But I'll hit you up later, okay?
All right.
Have a good night. Okay, guys. Yeah, so it's been a hot one. If you could tell, I'm like sweating right now. But listen, don't forget to go out and vote this year. Like, go in person and vote. And if you have the chance in your local precinct, sign up to be a poll worker. Because together we could make the difference and that we have honest and fair elections. I'm serious. I know I sound crazy and like a right-wing nut job, and I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm a right-wing fucking nut job, whatever, if that means you have common sense. But get out there, work the polls, no matter what side of the coin you're on with politics, because we need to have fair and honest elections. Because if they could do this to Republicans, they could do this to Democrats. And it's not the way the USA works. I still personally think a Trump-Kennedy card would have been perfect. I like J.D. Vance, but he's got to stop with the unmarried, childless cat people. You know? Stop fucking talking your rhetoric, J.D. Vance. Stop saying shit like that, because there are a lot of Republicans that don't have kids, that are unmarried, that have cats. Hello? But whatever. We need more people to work at the polls. I think it pays about $100 a day. I already did my training video, so I'm certified to do that. And it's not that hard of a training video. I encourage you to do it. You know, if you can get it all few days, it's a good thing. And, you know, eventually you work your way up the ranks. Maybe you'll be the one counting the mail-in ballots, which is where we need to know where the fraud is at this point. I know I sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I'm not a conspiracy theorist, because so many things I said 4 years ago are actually happening now. And, you know, if someone wants to call me a right-wing fucking nut job, so be it. It doesn't change the way I treat people. It doesn't change the way I do anything with my life, you know? Fucking Taylor Swift. Anyway, be sure to subscribe to the podcast. This Wednesday, the guest on Crazy Train podcast was Donnie Darko of the UK, who's a wrestler. Week after that is Mickey Lynn. I know a lot of the guys like her, who's one of my favorites in the 90s. I'm going to, I think I'm going to order some dinner because it is way too hot to cook. That's what I know. So everyone have a blessed night. Stay cool, and most of all, stay frosty.